Here's a stat you probably didn't know. 88% of real estate transactions in America are broker to broker, meaning that there's a seller who is represented by a real estate agent and their broker, and then along comes a buyer who is represented by their own agent and their own broker. This is really important to understand because whenever a real estate agent comes and sits at your dining room table and explains to you how they're going to sell your house, they probably say something about putting a sign in your yard, doing some cool open houses, and if they're a tech-enabled real estate agent, they might even talk about running ads on social media or on Google. These can all be really, really cool tools, but just keep in mind that if 88% of transactions are between broker to broker, then all of those things that real estate agent is referencing actually targets only 12% of the market, which is the broker to consumer or consumer to consumer market. So what you should be listening for is a real estate agent that understands how to market to other brokers. There are some real estate agents who wisely market themselves as a person who has great relationships with their fellow real estate professionals in the area, and that's awesome. The thing to remember is that just in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, there are 60,000 licensed real estate agents. The likelihood that the person who's sitting at your dining room table is maintaining relationships with 60,000 real estate agents is, at best, unlikely. A real estate professional that understands broker-to-broker marketing is a real estate agent that has access to distribution channels where real estate agents have opted into email communication, text communication, and phone calls. Most real estate agents, through no fault of their own, are not advertisers, they're not marketers, and they're not technologists, so they don't know how to access these distribution channels in a way that's legal and effective. In fact, if I were to go into the spam folder in my email inbox right now, roughly 80% of them are real estate agents who think that they're reaching me about advertising their products, but they're actually not. Another little used tool in the real estate industry is something called reverse prospecting, which is actually a gift that's given to us by our multiple listing service. In essence, every time we put a piece of inventory on the market, we're immediately populated a list of every single real estate agent who has a matching buyer in the marketplace. This is a really great gift, but the problem is most real estate agents either don't know it exists or don't know how to use it effectively. We have to take that information that's given to us, we have to parse the data to figure out exactly how much of that contact information is accurate and actually being used, and then we have to find a way to get the messaging in front of that real estate agent that will actually cause them to want to transact with us. If you're going to list or relist your property, you really need a real estate professional who understands this broker to broker sales thing as good or better than they understand the broker to consumer way.